I think we good. Yeah, yeah. Man, y'all already know what time it is. I appreciate y'all for tuning and tapping in every Wednesday, every Sunday at Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. And what's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 207. And it's going to be another fire one tonight. Shout out to the chat. The chat is in here nice and early. I love it. I see our loyal crew holding it down. Shout out to y'all in the building. And we're going to have a lots and lots of fun. Tonight's podcast is brought to you by the presenting sponsor, which is Button Snaps, where you get the finest of movies, shows, documentaries, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's Button Snaps. That's the word button, hyphenated sign, and the word snaps.com. Again, that's the word button, hyphenated sign, and the word snaps.com. Also, we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We're a little over 11. So continue to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit that all notification bell. I do pop up throughout the week and tap into the membership portion of the page. Different members get different access. Take advantage of the membership portions. It's all up to you. And every bit helps with the show, with the growth of the show. And we continue to thank you, man. There's no show without y'all, and I have a whole lot of fun with y'all. So remember, stay engaged in the chat. Stay engaged with the chat. Hit them likes. Hit the 100s as always. And again, thank y'all for tuning and tapping in. Shout out to some of the people in the chat, man. Shout out to John Paul in the chat. Shout out to Ebony in the chat. Uh, hey everyone. Okay. Shout out to Ebony in the building. Shout out to King P in the building. He gifted somebody in the chat. He gifted John Paul in the chat. So make sure John Paul, you send that man some thank yous. Shout out to Tremont in the building. We got Brooklyn in the building. Shout out to Hazel in the building. You already know the chat. Love to the chat and Ashley. Appreciate that, Hazel. Shout out to Culture in the building, ladies and gents. Blessings. Appreciate that, my brother. Shout out to Friendly in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. Shout out to Yoja in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Hit them likes, hit them hundreds. It does help with the growth of the show. And again, if this is your first time tapping in, it's the Can of Brothers Get a Rap podcast. We talk about everything here. We talk about music, movies, sports, social commentary, things that's going on in social media, and we talk about the real conversations of what needed to be had and all that good stuff. So we have a good time doing it too, but we do have a format, and make sure again, y'all hit them likes and hit them 100s. Also, have some new music on the way. Working on some new music, I should say. It's gonna be fire. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. And also, the comics is still in the works, so make sure y'all be on the listen to for that further instruction. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Nino in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, my brother. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit them likes, hit the 100s. All right, y'all. Let's move on. First segment of the night. Um, Popular opinion. Uh, shout out to shout out to Gabe in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit them likes. Hit the 100s. Appreciate you for tapping in. All right, y'all. First segment of the night. Popular opinions. Y'all already know how we do it over here. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. You see it up there. Make sure you go to Instagram at OUV Records and stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. The label motto is create, document, and inspire. All right, y'all. You already know popular opinions. Remember, y'all, these are not my questions. These are the world's questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. All right, y'all. First question of the night, popular opinion. Uh, Best actor for a new Spawn movie. Best actor for a new Spawn movie. Number one, Daniel Kaluuya. Number two, Amari Hardrick. Number three, Jamie Foxx. Number four, Michael J. White. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. That's kind of interesting because Michael J. White was the original. He was the original Spawn. Like so, I guess they asking would they recast him again for the new Spawn. So I guess that's what they saying. So, but shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hit the likes, hit the 100s. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Again, best actor for a new Spawn movie. Number one, Daniel Kaluuya. Number two, Amari Hardrick. Number three, Jamie Foxx. Number four, Michael J. White. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Shout out to Ebony in the build. Appreciate you for tapping in. All these are great actors. All of these are great actors. Daniel Kaluuya, a really good actor. When I look at him, do I see Spawn? No. I don't know if I see Spawn when I look at Daniel Kaluuya, me personally. Amari Hardrick, I think could pull it off. I think he could pull it off. Jamie Foxx, I think he could pull it off. And I think Michael J. White could pull it off, obviously. When you look at the old Spawn movie now, as you can see, it's dated. The movie don't feel great. But when it came out at the time, I was a little kid. And the movie was fire. The technology in the movie was up to date at the time, and the Spawn movie just had a good feel. And not to mention, John Leguizamo played a great clown. So I actually like Michael J. White's version. And then I heard him speak on it. He said they actually shrunk the movie to the point where a lot of the movie parts is very clunky. So the parts that they cut would have made the movie more whole. So, but if we had to recast, I'm guessing that's what they're asking as well. Will we still go with Michael J. White or, these other actors? Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to Patrick Torres in the building. You already know what's up, my dude. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit them likes, hit the 100s, my guy. Shout out to Rex in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. What's up, my dude, Michael J. White? For me, he's the real deal and deserves a comeback with that character. I feel that. Pause. That's a good pick. Shout out to Lewis in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. I really don't like you. Can you? I appreciate you, Lewis, for tapping in, man. I think Ebony, she says still Michael J. White. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Michael J. White in the chat, and I can't disagree with that. Me personally, I think again the movie that he put out at the time it was fire, but throughout time it's like, well, what the hell is this, right? And I think it was the beginning of the technology that they was doing in movies. But I'm still gonna have to go Michael J. White. I still think he could pull this off. Me personally, I think Amari Hardrick could pull this off as well. Hardwick could pull this off as well. But I gotta go with Michael J. White. Shout out to High Grant in the building. Black Dynamite. Yeah, Black Dynamite is a fire movie, but again, do you want to see him come back to play the Spawn again? Me personally, I wouldn't mind him playing Spawn again because I think he feel like Spawn. Like when you look at him, the aesthetic, he looks like he's a fighter, you know what I mean? Which he is in real life, or he does compete. But I think he did a great job the first time. So again, I went with Michael J. White. The chat mostly went with Michael J. White. The rest of the world at 45% went with, and mind you, over 7,000 people voted on this, went with Jamie Foxx. I could actually see Jamie Foxx as well too, because Jamie Foxx would give the multi-layer acting depth probably more so than anybody else on this list. Jamie Foxx acting ability is just on a whole nother level. Like, it's like, if we could be real, the physical aspect, I think he could pull it off because, mind you, Spawn is like he's gonna have a suit on. He's gonna have like the movie muscles and all that stuff. And Jamie Foxx is not an out of shape dude anyway. So at the end of the day, I think he could pull this off. Me personally, so I think that could work. But I'm still going with Michael J. White. But again, the rest of the world, like I said, at 45% went with Jamie Foxx. All right, y'all, moving on to our next popular opinion question. Uh, Creepiest movie on this list. Creepiest movie on this list. Number one, VHS. Number two, Human Centipede. Number three, The Exorcist. Number four, The Creep Show 2. The Creep Show 2. Again, creepiest movie on this list. Number one, VHS. Number two, Human Centipede. Number three, The Exorcist. Number four, The Creep Show 2. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Uh, Shout out to Lewis. Denzel Washington is my only favorite black actor. Does that make me a racist? No, that's your preference. That's your preference. You know what I'm saying? That's your preference. Yeah, that's your preference. Yeah, not at all. That's your preference. But you know, he wasn't on the list for anything. But you know, again, that's your preference. Well, listen, if we could keep it real, we all got preferences in who and what we want to see in the movies. Like, let's keep it. We have a preference in everything. We have preference in music. We have preference in sports. We got preference in the things that we like. So it's all good. Yeah. I don't think that's racist, but you know. But let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Creepiest movie on this list. Number one, VHS. Number two, Human Centipede. Number three, The Exorcist. Number four, The Creep Show 2. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Shout out to Ebony. One, VHS is crazy. That is a crazy movie. The Exorcist. Shout out to Patrick. The Exorcist is creepiest. The music alone for the movie is creepy. That is a fact. That is a fact. Just my opinion. Now that is a fact. That is a fact. Me personally, out of all these movies on this list, because y'all made some great points in the chat, The Exorcist is wild. The original Exorcist is wild. It's wild. And I'm pretty sure when it came out, the time that it came out, and it was the first time we see stuff like that, it's like, and mind you, I wasn't old enough to see it. I don't even think I was born when the first Exorcist came out. But the point that I'm making, when it first came out, it was probably one of the scariest things we've ever seen. But it's a creepy ass movie. From the music to the girl, you know, you got the priest coming through. It's just a creepy ass movie. VHS is also creepy as well. They said that in the chat. But me personally though, I'm gonna have to go with the Human Centipede. If y'all have never seen the Human Centipede, this movie would trip you out. The whole purpose of the Human Centipede is to turn humans into centipede. So when the killer catches you, he doesn't kill you. He redoes your body so that way you can take in food, and of course it has to come out, but the person behind you is taking in what you putting out, and then there's like one big centipede. I've only seen that movie one time. It's creep central to me. For me personally, it's creep central. Shout out to Spider Monkey in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, my guy. Sterling, appreciate you for tapping in. Hello, good evening, my friend. Appreciate you. You weren't. You definitely weren't. Colorado, this is messed up. That's a messed up movie. I loved it. Pet Cemetery, y'all going with Pet Cemetery. Yo, appreciate you. So high in the building. I like the car, Christine. Christine is bugged out. Christine is bugged out. I ain't gonna hold you. Christine is bugged out. I ain't even gonna hold you. Lips are sewn onto surgery. Yes, Lewis, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. In Human Centipede, the dude sewn people lips onto people ass. Like, it was just one big, like, bodily organ, and it was the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I literally only watched that movie one time. How sadistic you have to be in surgery style or surgic style. Have somebody surgically bent over, feed them food. When they crap, it goes to the next person in their mouth and out they, and then the next, it's crazy. He had like 8 people, like, So by the time you're the eighth person, creepy movie. Shout out to Paul in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. The old tall man used to scare me. I've never heard of that. I gotta. No, I'm talking about the character in Christine. Yes, yes. I got a Spider Monkey. I gotta watch. I guarantee you, Spider Monkey. You won't be able to watch Human Centipede more than one time. I guarantee it. You won't be able to watch it more than one time. No, never mind. He said, no, never mind. I'm trying to tell you, and I ain't gonna lie. When I seen part 2 and part 3, I watched it one time. One time apiece. And I think I probably watched the first 20 minutes of part 3 and see what they was going with this. Yeah, cut me all the way out. Cut me all the way out. Yeah, so that's a fact. I'm the CEO and attorney of Damage Entertainment Inc. I also a part-time dentist. Nope, the House Bond is great movie. Watch it, House Bond. I'm gonna look that up and I'm gonna save it right now. I'm gonna look that movie up and save it right now. You said it's House Bond? I don't see it. I appreciate Darrell in the building. You're spamming my brother. You're spamming my brother. I'm gonna have to hook you up with some tickets to the block party. They very exclusive. Shout out to you. It's the best. The Poughkeepsie tapes, I think. Okay. Poughkeepsie tapes. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's get an answer to this. Again, creepiest movie on this list. Number 1 was VHS. Number 2, Human Centipede. Number 3, The Exorcist. Number 4, The Creep Show 2. In the chat, majority I seen The Exorcist. I went with The Human Centipede. The rest of the world at 41%, and mind you, over 121,000 people voted on this. That's a lot of people. Went with The Exorcist. I'm not mad at that answer at all. If y'all have ever seen the original Exorcist, not the new one that they did, the original back in the day one, super duper creeped out. But I'm telling y'all, that Human Centipede, that's nothing to play with. I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to Liam Jones in the building. Appreciate you for tapping and hit them likes, hit the 100s. Appreciate that. Salute to you, my guy. Ashley, what do you think of? Come on, bro. I can't answer that. Man. You stupid. It's called House Bond. House Bond. So it's all one word. Homebound. You said homebound. I keep saying housebound. Homebound. No, you said housebound. Housebound. There's a movie called Homebound too. Okay, now it popped up from 2014. What? Oh. This look creepy as hell, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check on this. Housebound look creepy as hell, bro. That look wild. Yeah. The cover alone took me out. I'm gonna definitely tap into that. Spider Monkey. Definitely. You got a lot of trolls here tonight. you know how I go, Patrick. You know how I go from ep to ep. Where can we watch Human Centipede? I'm not gonna lie, right? I got like this, this little thingamajig where I get all the movies. You know what I'm saying? But they may have it on Tubi. Human Centipede. It's such. You only gonna be able to watch it one time. I guarantee that. Oh, they have it on Sling TV, the Roku, and YouTube TV. But these are all subscription based. You might find it on YouTube. YouTube is too crazy for YouTube actually. Yeah. Why Sharms? That is a scary movie. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. See, I'm gonna check out some of these movies, y'all. I love a good watch, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. This movie from 2007, I'm gonna tap into that. I'm gonna tap into that, Lewis. I'm gonna tap into that. That's don't tell me your secrets. Horror movies is my thing. You gotta get the box, bro. Watch what. That's what I'm trying to say. I got something, but I can't say something. You see what I'm saying? Cause I don't want, you know what I mean? That, you know what I mean? Cause you know they be watching. So, you know what I'm saying? So I got this thing that you could watch it on, but I can't say it out and about. You know what I'm saying? Cause I would. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, make sure you know. If I matter of fact, I'm gonna clip this, and I'm gonna go on my own comments, and I'm gonna put where y'all can find the human centipede. I'm gonna clip this and put this where you can find it. I promise you. On the thing that I be, you know what I'm saying? But I can't say it out loud, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, it's a getaway. Yeah, man. Talk to the people. Yeah, nah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. But yeah, make sure y'all check out those movies again. I'm gonna clip this, put where you can see Human Centipede. Again, this movie you're only gonna be able to watch one time. It's super duper creepy. When I seen it, I was like, yo, who thought of this? Who thought of this? Cause y'all know me, I'm kind of like low key a conspiracy theorist. It's like, yo, there ain't no way somebody was that lit and wrote it. Somebody did this somewhere. Like I really believe that. Like that movie, like for real, creeped me out. Freddy Krueger Dreamcatcher was the best for me. Yeah, that is a fire movie. I actually like Freddy Krueger's TV series. I don't know if y'all remember the TV series. He had a TV series was basically nightmares, and it was like it was a TV series, and that joint used to go hard. Cujo was a good movie. Cujo was tough. Cujo was tough. Yo, Conjuring movies are creepy based on. I can't get into the Conjuring, bro. I sat there and tried, but I really can't. I don't. Maybe it feels slow to me personally. I don't know. You don't need to, you know, how to download. You don't need to tell us where you go. We know how to stream and download, etc. Now I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes the people want the direct connect. You know, it's all good. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, Hollywood Need to Ask Us. You know I came up with this segment because Hollywood just don't give us enough interesting movies. I feel like I got better ideas for a series or a movie in itself. So my Hollywood Need to Ask Us. I would love to see a new version. I wouldn't even say a new version. I would love to see like a part two to this movie. I don't know if y'all remember the movie called The Fifth Element with Chris Tucker, one of my favorite actors in the world, from goodness gracious, one of my favorite actors in the world. His name escapes me. From Die Hard, Bruce Willis. One of my favorite actors in the world is Bruce Willis, and I would love to see that story like move forward, you know. So I would call the movie The Next Element. Whether I will make this a movie or a movie series, of course it will be a sci-fi rated R, and I will recast it. I will bring back Chris Tucker and Mila Vucevic, and I will add Brad Pitt, Damon Idris. I did say Chris Tucker, bring him back. I will add Zoe Kravitz, Patina Miller. I would also add Patina Miller to this cast. And I think this movie would absolutely be fire if they do the next element, the next threat on humanity, because we live in humanity threat right now, right? We see all the things that's going on within the government and in the world. I think this would be a perfect time movie to deal with the next element. It could evolve in some sort of COVID. They could, you know, introduce, I won't say introduce, but they could use the COVID type of trope on what would be the next element and what we'll need to do to fight against it, or the next big bomb, or the next new world. So I think the progression of that story is needed, and I think it will be an absolute hit, especially with this cast. But I would change Chris Tucker character up a little bit. Me personally, I think in the first one it was funny, but it was a little over the top. And when I first seen this movie, I was a teenager. I would say preteen. I was probably like 8 or 9 when this movie came out, like 10 or 11. And it was funny, but as a grown man, when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna switch that up a little bit. So I think this will absolutely be fire as far as the next version of the next element. Shout out to Sterling Smith. You have ever watched Flowers in the Attic? I really didn't understand that. I've never heard of that. Flowers in the Attic. I've never seen that. I'm gonna tap into that. Drones, COVID would be scary. Yeah, that would be fire to add into that with the drones and COVID. That would be fire because people don't know. Well, y'all probably know because y'all stay in tune in the chat. But drones, they using drones as bombs and all types of stuff. So that would be a perfect trope for that movie. For the next element, Hollywood needs to come out with an updated ninja movie. I agree. I'm big on ninja movies too. I grew up on ninja movies. I grew up on ninja, but I ain't gonna hold you, right? As a kid, I loved a lot of these movies. When I rewatched a lot of these movies as a grown man, it was like, yo, thank God for having a childhood, because I appreciate this shit way more in my childhood than I did as an adult. So we definitely do need an up-to-date version. One of my favorite ninja movies back in the day, I'm not gonna hold you, was American Ninja 4. You couldn't tell me that wasn't the most grittiest thing in the world when I was a kid. But as a grown man, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that gritty, you know? But it's still a good watch, though. I miss somebody. Yeah, but I hope you don't get yourself in trouble just looking out for a fellow American. I just like to see Flowers in the Attic Part 2. Uh, t- 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 yeah, so I think this will be an absolute fire movie. Again, the next version of um, the Fifth Element would be the next element. I think that would be fire. All right, y'all, moving on to our next segment. Don't forget, y'all, to hit them likes, hit the 100s. It helps with the engagement of the show, and it helps the show grow. And if this is your first time tapping in, again, I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. All right, y'all, moving on to our next segment, our must-see segment. Y'all know I'm going to give y'all 3 must-see movies to tap in. Make sure y'all check these out. And these movies you can find pretty much on YouTube, Tubi. They're very easy to find. First movie is a must-see. Came out 1993. Directed by Richard Benjamin. This movie stars Ted Danson, Whoopi Goldberg, Will Smith, Nina Long, and Jennifer Tilly. This movie is called Made in America. Comedy. It's a dope movie about a young lady who is looking for her father. And you have to watch the rest of the movie. I won't spoil it for you. So again, make sure y'all tap in to see Made in Manhattan. I'm sorry, Made in Manhattan. Made in America. All right, second must-see movie came out 1996, directed by Chuck Russell. This movie stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cain, Vanessa Williams, James Coburn, Robert Pastorola. I messed up that last part of his name. Mark Rolston, and Tommy J. Huff. This movie is called Eraser. Fire movie about a top cop federal agent, CIA agent, I should say, and he does a great job at extracting people. And you have to watch the rest of the movie. It's top tier. This is top tier action machismo movie. A third and final must-see movie came out 1996. This one is a comedy directed by Davis Rayner. This movie stars Dion Richmond, Donald Faison, Guy Torrey, Mia Campbell, Alamo Wright, Stoney Jackson, and Countess Vaughn. This movie is called Trippin'. This movie is hilarious. It's about a young kid in high school in his last year, and he's just trying to have a great year, and you have to watch the rest of the movie. It's such a funny movie. So again, make sure y'all tap into these movies. Number 1, Made in America. Number 2, Eraser. Number 3, Trippin'. Make sure y'all tap into that movie. Shout out to Spider Monkey. Have you watched Gridlock with Tupac? Of course. Great movie. Bullet with Tupac. I like Bullet more than Gridlock. Gridlock is good. It's a good movie. It's entertaining. But because the subject matter, it's a tough watch at the same time because of the subject matter. You know what I'm saying? It's a little heavy handed on the subject matter, but it is a good movie. Tupac put out some classics, before his untimely demise. Big Trouble, Little China, classic movie right there. Classic movie right there. Spider Monkey, yes. All right, shout out to Damien in the build. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit them likes into 100s. A hero ain't nothing but a sandwich. You feel me? You feel me? All right, y'all. Moving on to the next one. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all some fire music to tap into. Y'all know my motto. Whether it's new or old, whether it's hip hop or R&B, y'all know I'm gonna give y'all some of that fire. So my profile artist for tonight, I gotta go with the OG Master P. I gotta give y'all 3 must-have songs on your playlist by Master P. I know they just did the verses and some of the music. They didn't even get to majority of the music because they was only able to play 10 apiece between them and Cash Money. Me personally, I thought, No Limit won. But you got to put these 3 songs on your playlist by Master P. All right, first one, got to put on your playlist. I guarantee it. First one is called Hot Boys and Girls. Fire song. This one you're going to listen to repeatedly all the time. Again, the first song is called Hot Boys and Girls featuring Mystical. Second must have on your playlist by Master P, How Do You Do That? Fire song right there. How Do You Do That? Top tier Master P song. And my third final Master P must have is Hootie Hoo. You gotta put that on your playlist. Again, Hootie Hoo. So the 3 songs you gotta put on your playlist by Master P. Number 1, Hot Boys and Girls. Number 2, How Do You Do That? And number 3, Hootie Hoo. So make sure y'all put those 3 songs on y'all playlist. I'm watching all of these movies. I'm trying to tell Ebony, these movies are a good time that I suggested. And I'm gonna check out these movies that y'all told me about, like for real. So I'll probably have them like watched by the next episode. Juice was the best Tupac movie. Juice was the best Tupac movie. In my opinion, Juice probably had the most memorable scene by the locker with Omar Epps. And that act 3 of that movie, when they running through Lower East Side, fire action scene. As a movie overall, I'm gonna have to say Poetic Justice, bro. I got Poetic Justice as number 1. This is just me personally. This is just my preference. Tupac, in my opinion, top 3 best Tupac movies: Poetic Justice, number 2, Above the Rim, and number 3, Juice. That's just me personally. You know what I mean? Tupac got too many quotables in Above the Rim. Like I'm not going away from Above the Rim. I disagree. Maybe not. The second coming in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, my brother. Don't forget that them likes hit the 100s. Gang related was great. It was great. That was a fire movie. Paul, absolutely. Americans don't watch enough international movies. I feel like I actually do. I watch quite a few international movies, especially London-based movies. I'll say I'm more London-based movie watcher. I will say that. Number 2 would be Rock the Boat. Me personally, I say the movie was mid. Which one you thought was mid? Because like I said, my number 1 was Poetic Justice. The reason why I have Poetic Justice as my number 1, because in that movie, Tupac showed the most levels in any movie that he's done in one movie. You've seen Tupac's ability to be a father, a young father, who is trying to navigate himself in the real world. Him trying to follow his dream. him trying to kind of like somebody, then fall in love, then dealing with the emotion of being toxic on top of that, then finding his baby mother doing God. We know what she was doing up in the room, and the baby was all in the next room. She's smoking crack in the next, it's too many levels and layers in Poetic Justice, in my opinion. That's why I have Tupac. That's why I have that movie as Tupac's best movie. And then I have, like I said, Sunset Park, and then Juice. Because Juice was basically one emotion. You seen him, well, I would say two. You seen him play like the background friend. And then now, because he got that gun, you done seen that switch. But it's still an evolution of the character that was, you seen it coming. So that's why I say that, in my opinion. In my opinion. Me personally, I saw that movie. It was mid. Tupac, Fire, when he was that boy at that boy's funeral. That's a fact. Again, great scenes, but he was a villain all through the movie, in my opinion. Tupac Amari Shakur. Second comment is it's a lot of activity. I don't really like much action. What Tupac was in Sunset Park. He wasn't in Sunset Park. Belly 1, Belly 2, which one was better? That's not even a real question, bro. Belly 1 or Belly 2? Bro, Belly 2 was that was baby shit. Like, that was one of the most ass hat movies I've ever seen in my life. Belly 2? Nah. Nah. Like Belly 2 can't even get on the bus. Like, yo, like, you can't travel with the team, Belly 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get home on your own. You know what I mean? Nah, Belly 2, nah. Above the Rim. Yeah, Above the Rim is fire. Forget that. I just Sugar Hill was a good movie. Now, that's a fact. Sugar Hill was a good movie. But again, that's how I have Tupac's movies. I have, again, Poetic Justice #1, Above the Rim #2. It's just too many quotables in Above the Rim for me. And I can rip them off the top. And then #3 is Juice for me. And then all the other movies after that, I kind of feel like it's almost on the same level. Like, Gang Related was good, but the character was incomplete. Gridlock, the movie, the character was complete, but the movie was a bit clunky in the pacing. Bullet was fire. But we didn't see a lot of Tupac in that movie, for real, to be honest with you. He wasn't like a mainstay character, you know what I mean? He was like the surprise character in that movie. What was Jada Pickett's best movie? I say The Inkwell. That's a good movie. I'm a big fan of The Inkwell. Love The Inkwell. Her best movie to me was probably Set It Off. Yeah. Again, again, I'm very big on actors having to be multi-level in movies, not just being one note. And that's probably the most she had to do in a movie, because she carried that movie. You know, I loved her in the Low Down Dirty Shame, but she didn't carry that movie. She stole scenes. She stole hella scenes, but she didn't carry that movie. It's a fire movie, though. The Inkwell, another fire movie, but she didn't carry that movie. You know. But she played the perfect first crush, like, perfectly. Because every guy that ever watched that movie know what I'm talking about. It's that one girl when you, like, really start liking girls. And I know we got quite a few ladies in the chat, but this is what kind of turn men into, like, low-key savages. Like, when we really fall in love with a woman or a girl, or our first love, like, we think that this woman's gonna like us and love us like our mama. You know what I'm saying? She gonna look out for us like our mama. She gonna be careful with our heart. And in that movie, she displayed, like, yo, she don't really care. Again, I'm not saying all women. I'm just saying that it was perfect how they layered that movie to show, like, the type of innocent love that a young kid have for a girl his age and want to be around her, want to like her. And then she tear his heart in two. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine crushing on a girl, then actually going out with her, having a great day, some of the best days you ever had, one of the best days you ever had in your life. She like, yeah, we're gonna top this off. We're gonna come back, you know, we're gonna go out on this bigger date. You go home, you know, take a shower, put your good drawers on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got them good drawers, them good drawers. Like, yo, if she seen me in these drawers, it's going down. They smell good. You know what I'm saying? They compliment you, know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Put the good drawers on. Get over there. Chilling. Got your flowers. Yo, maybe she running late. Maybe something had happened. Maybe she been in an accident. Maybe, you know, somebody got hit by a car. Lights turn on. You like, what the fuck? Look through the window, and she getting piped down by muscle bound 6'9" dude. You like, so your heart just So I mean, it's a fact. Blue Story is fire. Blue Story is fire. If y'all never seen the movie Blue Story, that movie is fire. That movie is fire, and it's typical in everyday life. That movie is very real. That movie is fire. I love that movie. Fast, shout out to JB in the building. Appreciate you for tapping and hit them likes, hit the 100. Shout out to Bestie, hit them likes, hit the 100s. And shout out to Bones in the building. Hit them likes, hit the 100s. Again, that helps with the growth of the show. All right, y'all, moving on to our next one. You know I'm going to give y'all a fire must-read book to tap into. Make sure y'all tap into this book, The Power of Habits. It's a great book to read to learn how to turn bad habits into good habits, or just learning how to make good habits for yourself, whether it's through your daily routine to help you get the most positive results in your mental space and help you output and outsource your work and be in your max and work at your maximal potential. Again, the book is called The Power of Habits, and it's by Charles Dang. Charles Dang. So make sure y'all tap into this book. Again, The Power of Habits, and the book is by Charles Dang. All right, moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know, send them to Turkey or nah, send them to Turkey or nah. We send people to Turkey over here because, you know, sometimes people say some BS, be on some BS, because Turkey got the most stringent laws in the world, became an inside joke on the show. We send people to Turkey. So let me know what y'all think in the chat. We going to type in T to send this person to Turkey, or type in N not to send them to Turkey. All right, y'all. First one of the night. Let me hit that chat real quick. I like to tell her praise was everything. Minister Society had me looking for a girl like her. When she played from Minister Society, Jada Pinkett. I like her character in Minister Society. Her braids had me looking. Me personally, I grew up liking tomboys. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Because a lot of women back in the day used to dress like with baggy clothes. So my biggest crush was T-Boss from TLC, and I'm like, damn, this chick is natural. She's beautiful, and she wearing nothing but baggy clothes. That's what they call women. You know, back in the 90s, who dressed baggy, they called them tomboys. So I was always attracted to tomboys. And Jada Pinkett in Minister Society was dressed like a tomboy. Fire movie. What do you say? What do you say about my what you say about my mama? Yeah, that movie was funny. Ronnie was fine. Yeah, she was fine. I ain't gonna hold you. I must say that before I get back into before sending them to Turkey. I will say this. Even though Kane has some weird energy coming back to him, that was a justifiable crash out when Chauncey grabbed what you call him's butt, in Ronnie's butt in at the party. That was a justifiable crash out. People disagree with me all the time. But in my opinion, when I watch Minister Society, and Chauncey was grabbing up on Ronnie's character, which is Jada Pickett's character. All at the party, everybody's there. His son is in her son is in the other room. He grabbing her chest, her butt, and all that. That was a justifiable crash out by Kane. A little gun butt action. You know what I'm saying? A humble thyself. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate you for tapping in, Cashmere. Hit them likes, hit the 100s, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, so that was a justifiable crash. All right, y'all, moving on. Send them to turkey or not. Send them to turkey or not. Again, type in T to send them to turkey. Type it in not to send them to turkey. Let me know what y'all think about this in the chat. First one of the night. Japanese scientists developed a drug that could extend human lifespan up to 250 years. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Type in T to send this to Turkey. Type in N not to send it to Turkey. Let me know what you think in the chat. Spider Monkey said Casmere. Yo, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but yo, the chat, yo, sometimes the chat be, yo, they say what I'm thinking. Yo, good looking out, Spider Monkey. Like, he like, yo, send him to Turkey. He was wilding. I read a theory that I said Q was just Kane alter ego, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever heard because the reference of Kevin a few times, obviously, he was a real character. You're talking about Menace to Society. I heard that too. I heard the whole time that character wasn't real. I think that was a dumb analogy myself. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. That's a fact. I agree with you on that. I never liked the analogy. We needed a better explanation on all the characters, to be honest with you. I've seen that. I've seen that. All right, y'all. So we sending this to Turkey or not? Again, type in T or type it in the chat. I seen some T's to send them to Turkey. What else I seen on this? I seen some T's to send it to Turkey. Who else? Oh God. Yeah, I seen. Y'all said send them to Turkey. Y'all send this to Turkey as far as Japanese scientists developed a drug that could extend human lifespan up to 250 years. I'm gonna send this to Turkey too. I'm not even gonna lie. Like real talk. Like let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. As a human culture, I want to live for as long as I can live. And they say the natural brain in itself, our brain can live that long, right? But who really for real want to be around 250 years? Like what? Like what are we gonna be doing? Like all right, so bet. Entertain this. So imagine our new life expectancy was 250. So if you're 40, I just turned 41. So I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm looking forward to another, what's that, 190 years, 189 years? Like, what the hell I'm going to do with 189 more years on this planet? What the hell am I going to do? They already consider 40, if people consider 40 old, at 189 or 200, like I said, 189 years from now, I'll be 250. What the hell I'm going to be doing? What we going to be doing? Like, what type of life we really going to have? Is our bodies going to be like this, like 250? Have you ever seen somebody that was 100? They hunchback, their body all messed up. It's time to go. So if they're like that at 250, what do you think our bodies is going to look like? What type of life are we going to have at 250? I'm going to send this to Turkey. I'm with y'all in the chat. I'm sending this to Turkey because at the end of the day, what type of life we're going to have? Is there a 250-year-old club that I could go to? Or am I going to be married to another 250 woman? We just sitting there stinking, funky, just all smelling like sewer. Like, what are we doing? We can't smash out at 250. We're supposed to be just talking about the old days? Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. So when they say that they have developed a drug that can expand the human lifespan up to 250 years, like, I'm cool, man. I'm straight on that, man. I'm straight on that. Me personally, I'm straight on that. I'm straight on that. Spider Monkey. What you said, Spider Monkey? Nah, it's time to. Nah, it's time to go. That's a fact, man. It's time to be up out of here. Shout out to Bones. Said that. Yo, I can't say the rest or live because YouTube is funny like that. Piss all over ourselves. I could say that Bones. 510 Bandit. Our prayers going out to No Limit. Young Blood. Brought it. That's a fact. They killed the verses. We spoke about that a little earlier. Uh, Ashley, are you gorgeous now? But in 189 years, I don't know if these looks will hold up, bro. Bro, by the time a brother 90, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like it's a wrap, man. What are we gonna be doing at 250? Like that's like shit. What do people do at 80? Like I've never seen like 80-year-olds like happy and kicking it. I seen them like just sitting real still, and they have to sit. They sit real still for a reason. Like they just be chilling. Like what do you do? So when people refer to me as old now, I find it funny because it's like you just had a birthday, bro. Like that's crazy. Like yeah, we supposed to get older, jerk. Like at the end of the day, I enjoy my life because at 80, I'm gonna be like, yo, I wish I was 41 again. I wish I could go to the club. I wish I could go work out. I wish I could go do this. Like yo, you know what I'm saying? We only get one life to live, and 250 years. What are we, vampires? See, all right, so you could kind of get me on board is if we could maintain like our same like body structure, you know what I'm saying? Like vampires in a way, right? And then just at 250 is like, all right, it's time for you to die. Your organs is all, you know what I mean? But we like, have y'all ever seen somebody? All right, so bet you know what's scary, and I'm not trying to diss my anybody's family, but have y'all ever seen somebody that was like 50 years old back in like the 1960s? Yo, they looked like they was like 89. They looked like they had a hard life, and they probably did. Like, so can you imagine 250? Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Take me out of the game. Take me out of the game. I want to live for as long as I can live and live naturally. But when it's time to go, the good Lord says time to go, baby. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. Shout out to Vic in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, Vic. 50, the new 35. Shit, I guess so. Until you do something real active and your body is screaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 41. The last time I went to go play ball, I put it on them. You know what I'm saying? I was out there hooping, giving them that Kyrie, that step back. You know what I'm saying? Shaking and baking. I went home. I got in the cold shower. It was very needed and necessary. My body, my big toe. Yeah, my big toe don't bounce back the same no more. Yeah, it's real. Why do you think older guys retire from the NBA? You see LeBron face? You see LeBron about to call it a wrap. He about to call it on home. I guarantee you LeBron James probably retire by the end of next year. I give him to the end of next year. He probably chilling the summertime. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm retired. The only reason why I give it next year is because he's hurt right now. And a guy like LeBron probably want to do like a what they call that, like a retirement tour or something like that. Like the last time I'm going to be. He's one of those guys. He would do something like that. He would definitely do something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that been gay, that icy hot, that tiger bomb, yeah, all that. You know what I'm saying? Give me all that. You know what I mean? And a little Vicks Vapor Rub on top of that. You know what I'm saying? I need all that. It's real out here. One of my boys, he's like 32. He like, yo, come play ball with me. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't got nothing to prove, man. You a young gunner. Go be great. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah, come. We need some competition. Yo, go be great, man. I don't want to have to try to shake you and mess up my toe. You know what I'm saying? I got turf toe. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but You know what I'm saying? Things get fragile as you get older. You know what I'm saying? I can still throw them, but you know what I'm saying? Sports is different. You gotta your body. It's y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all right. So moving on to our next one. Send them to Turkey or nah. Send them to Turkey or nah. BMF. The series, the show gets canceled at Stars after 4 seasons due to underperformance. Let me know what y'all think about this in the chat. Are we sending Stars to Turkey for canceling the BMF series? Let me know what y'all think about that. Shout out to the BMF series. One of my really good friends in the world. We sandbox. We grew up. He's a couple years older than me, a few years older than me. But he played on BMF. He played the character known as, oh my God, he gonna kill me. But I know the character. But he had like a really main character on that episode. But shout out to my boy Rayon Lawrence. He played. Why do the name escape me right now? Now I gotta go look it up. My bad, y'all. But he played on BMF, and the character was, I know I hear the name in my head, but I can't say it. I can't say the name for some reason. K9. K9. He played K9. He played K9. So shout out to my bro Rayon Lawrence. He played K9 on that show. So yeah. So what do y'all think about that show? Can a brother get an ankle wrap? Yo, I'm saying it's a wrap for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play no more ball. You know what I mean? I don't mind coaching, but I ain't trying to play no more ball. A Spider Monkey, I'm 34 and I feel 80. I'm trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you, man. Sometimes it just be a rap. It's cool. Your body done going on home. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man, your body is made for making money, bussing. You know what I'm saying? Bussing another type of cakes. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? And that's about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just get you a little ice cream or something. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out. You know what I mean? But yeah. So what do y'all think about the show BMF being canceled? Are we sending Stars to Turkey for canceling the show? Shout out to Ebony. That show fell off. Pulling my muscle, but doesn't feel sexy. Can a brother? I never watched it. Karen Crash Time. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the show was a good show. Especially like those first 2 seasons. I think it really lost its way in the third. But I also believe that because of the whole Big Meech picture with Rick Ross had a lot to do with the cancel of the show because, 50 Cent did not like it. He didn't appreciate the picture, basically showing that he has allegiance with Rick Ross, and everybody know Rick Ross and 50 has been at odds for years. He didn't like that, and I believe that he kind of lobbied for the show to end, and it didn't do well. But they had some really good actors on that show, I must say. They had some really good actors on that show, but the third season got really clunky. I never watched the fourth season. I didn't watch the last season at all. I was out on it myself. But so me personally, because of that, I'm not going to send Stars to Turkey regarding them canceling the BMF series. Again, I thought it was really good in the first season. Second season, I thought was a bit better because how they arced the storyline. But the third and fourth season, it just got third. I haven't seen the fourth season, but the third season got really, really clunky. So I'm not going to send them to Turkey for that. But I will send Stars to Turkey for not having shows prepared one at a time. When you got a guy like 50 Cent and he gives you Power, so you got 5 shows out of Power, that shit should be ringing one at a time. They will have viewership all year long, but because Stars is move like how they move, their ratings go up and down, and it's causing Stars to lose a whole lot of viewership. because they don't have their stuff together. So like Raising Canaan was supposed to come out, and what are they doing with Raising Canaan? They waited for a whole nother year. So it's just weird over at Stars. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next one. Moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to rap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get the finest of movies, shows, documentaries, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's Button Snaps. That's the word button, hyphenated sign, and the word snaps.com. That's the word button, hyphenated sign, and the word snaps.com. I love me some 50. He's a clown. We come from the same hood, Jamaica, Queens. Oh, that's lit. That's lit. I'm from Brooklyn myself. But I'm saying I used to come out to Queens because Queens, so people, all right, so it's going to sound crazy, right? So Queens in New York City has the most women. So that's why I used to go to Queens and Long Island because it's a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but shout out to Queens. I got a lot of women, man. You know what I'm saying? If not nothing else, I got a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? And I used to make my way, and it was friendly. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying? It's too many women in Queens just for y'all as a borough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to share. You know what I'm saying? So I was there to, you know what I mean? I was there to help out. You know? All right, y'all. First hot topic of the night. It is set. Snap. Snap funding is set to expire in a couple days. It won't be available for November 1st. It expires and it's going to impact over 40 million Americans. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. And SNAP is basically government assistance that helps people from month to month. And of course, we're going into, many of you and many people celebrate the holidays, and we got Thanksgiving coming up. And, this is the time where people would really need that money because they spend that time with their family, they eat with their family, congregate with their family. So it's going to be, it's going to get real out here. It's going to get real out here. This one is going to be an attitude adjuster for sure. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. SNAP funding is set to expire and it's going to impact over 40 million Americans. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Damn, where was I? Yeah, bro, y'all got them all over Queens, bro. Y'all got them all over Queens. Y'all got them over at, what was that over there? Over by, what's that high school? Springfield Garden. Over there, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like right over there by of course, Jamaica Center is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's just a few spots, you know what I'm saying? It's a few spots. Hillcrest, Jamaica High, yes. So it's a lot. So it's a lot of areas in Queens, a lot. I hate Queens streets because it's confusing, but other than that, it's a lot of women. Rosedale, Ridgedale, Rosedale, Ridgedale, Bayside area. It's a lot. Yeah. But let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. The SNAP funding is set to expire and it's impacting over 40 million Americans. Me personally, I think this is super duper sad because, again, a lot of people won't have access to getting what they normally get for Thanksgiving, at least the amount that they expect to get, or every little bit helps and counts. And we're going into a system where the government at this point right now is basically showing us the game plan. They want people to be crippled, so we depend on them. And of course, not everybody depends on SNAP. That's not the point that I'm making. It's just the fact that if they do it with SNAP, they're also going to do it with other programming. As we see people that's being let off by alarming rates by their jobs, by government jobs. You see people that's air traffic controllers. You see Amazon, being sent home, and they're being asked to work for free, basically, without pay. So it just doesn't affect people that's just affected by public assistance. This slowly and surely going to affect all people that work certain jobs. If your company or is a private company and they're in a position where they could pull out and basically have you work for free or try to get you to work for free, and most people not going to do that, you're basically going to go home. So this could affect everybody. And this in particular, we're going to see a direct connection where you have low income families that was dependent on that extra money, and now they won't have access of this. So I think this is really sad. I think this is a tragedy. I think this is a bigger play for, again, for violence to go up, for crimes to go up, so that way they could put people in jail and get them for cheap labor. I really believe that, because again, if you don't have something available for people and they was depending on it and they've been dependent on it based on the program, then what are they going to do? People are not going to sit around starving, and most people don't want a handout. So at the end of the day, what are they going to do? And I think this is the bigger reason for it. Oh, that's wrong. The holiday, the government is ruthless. That's a fact. That's a fact. And the crazy thing about our financial system, it would be more beneficial if they gave out grants. If we gave out more grants to small business owners in our local communities, that would actually upkick and turn around the whole economy. But they don't. They rather push you into loans. And if you qualify for the loan, you can't just say, I have a business, give me a loan. Don't work like that. They want to see an established business, how long you've had established business. There's a difference between having business credit and personal credit. So all these things matter, and I hate when I hear stuff online on social media. Yeah, bro, all you gotta do is get an EIN number and voila, it's gonna pop off. No, it don't work that way. So at the end of the day, giving people the real steps matter. And this right here is gonna be a direct connection of the first level of chaos that I think that we may see. So be very careful, be very aware this holiday season, because we never seen anything like this before. So, all right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. Man goes viral. Man goes viral for crashing out over 9-to-5 rat race rant. You work, you pay bills, then you die. You work, you pay bills, then you die. He had a good rant. He spoke a lot of heart into what he was saying. So my question on that is this. Is the things that we do, is it worth it? Is it worth getting up every morning, 7 a.m., getting your kid to school, getting ready to be at work at 9, work all day long for a job that if you overage yourself, you overprice yourself in your skill set, because you can overprice yourself in your skill set, where you can actually be laid off, or they let you go, they can fire you, whatever the case may be. Or they could keep you redline, they could keep you under a certain level even though you're overqualified. So my question to you is it worth it? And some people may answer that and say, yo, what other choice do we have? What other choice do? And that's a good answer. That's a good answer based on what the mentality is. Because again, if you in a position to feed yourself and feed your family, you're going to get up and go to work. You're not going to sit there and say, well, I don't want to run this rat race, so I'm not going to go to work and feed myself and my family. That doesn't make sense, right? So at the end of the day, this is what the gist of being a damn adult is work, pay bills, and die. Them bills is never late. They always on time. Always. Work, people work, work, work. That's why you see a lot of people crash out at work. That's why you see people cheat at work, because they always at work. The best, not the best place to cheat, but the most common place that people do cheat is at work. Where do you think they came up with the term work husband or work girlfriend? You know, it's that person that you have on your job. Y'all mad cool. Y'all always joking. Them jerks turn into an extra look. You know, like, damn, that butt looking in. I don't know. You know what I mean? And she got nice teeth. You know what I'm saying? Now you're looking at other stuff. Oh, she cool. And y'all go hang out. And then something it happens all the time. So what is like the real reward, right? Is it just basically being independent as an adult? Or what else do we get? Because at the end of your tenure, they send you home. You may or may not get retirement. Mainly when you work 20, 30 years at a company, you're supposed to retire 3/4 of your salary at the highest grade so that way you could live comfortably. In this day and age, they say there won't be no more retirement after a certain time. So again, is it worth it? So it's something to think about moving forward. But I really believe that us as Americans living in America, we have to learn how to dictate our economy. Our economy tells us what to do, and we already dictate, but we don't know how to dictate in the sense of creating our own jobs and doing it in from a place of power, doing it not as a not we're not doing it in the form of needing. So at the end of the day, if we don't do that, we could be looking at trouble in this country, especially if you don't embark in having some sort of ownership, something for yourself where you could make money from. So we have to be very careful. Again, you work, you pay bills, then you die. All right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. Shout out to Malu in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, Miss Malu. It's always a blast to have you. And a badge holder, big badge holder in the building. Appreciate you, Malu. Hit them likes, hit the 100s. You already know it helps with the growth of the show. All right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. There's currently, for the first time in a long time, since 1990, there's no rap songs in the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Again, for the first time in a long time since 1990, there's no rap songs in the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Me personally, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Me personally. Music is up and down, man. Like just because something is not in the top 40, that doesn't mean there's not great music, great rap music. Most artists don't even know how to qualify to put their music on the Billboard. Most artists don't know where to go, who to talk to get registered and to be qualified to be in the top 100. So for me, it's not a big deal. Hip hop has never been dictated by the Billboard. We dictate, culture dictates billboards. So for the fact that we're not on it at this point in time, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And then on top of it, you're seeing a difference in music. There's a shift going on in music creatively that is kind of weird right now. And you're starting to see a lot of artists who not as talented take the back seat because a lot of the artists that wasn't talented, they got pushed to the front because of the theme that they was pushing. And you starting to see record companies, yeah, let's hold off on that record, bro. Let's see where this music thing is going. And you notice that there's been a pattern of, I would say, traditional artists, legacy artists coming back out and dropping that music, and that music still hits. That music is still fire. So we're seeing a shift in the music culture, and it's not a big deal that there's not a rap song in the top 100 or in the top 40 of the Billboard's Hot 100. It's not a big deal. When you make great music, you make great music. I've always believed that accomplishment doesn't mean you make great music. I've always been a believer of that. Just because you're celebrated to like a commercial success, that doesn't mean you're great. You're popular. People like it. Okay, cool. No diss to that. But that doesn't make it great. There's been a whole lot of songs that have been on the radio that's been in position to get a whole lot of play, and you like, that is terrible. So that's not no big deal to me personally. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Oh, in the chat, they saying true. Hey man, shout out to Ashmit in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. The Dread Man, I miss soul and R&B, hip hop. Those are priceless times, Malu. Those are beautiful times. You know what I'm saying? Those top tier music. You know. Yep, exactly. The quality of music 2025 is just not the same as the 80s, 90s, and the thousands. That is a fact. Uh, and I'm in the minority when I say this. I love the fact that we're in a new era of music only because as artists, we could control where our music goes. And in this era, people are not like slave to believe that just because you're on a billboard that you're the best. People could be TikTok famous, YouTube famous, people could be really famous, people could be halfway famous. It doesn't matter what type of fame that you have. If you have dope music, people would mess with you. Simple and plain. They would mess with you. Because you see more artists who are not celebrity or not known as much. They're in a local area. They have more money than like the artists that you see on TV. Those artists are broke. They're broke, but they show the lifestyle. It makes it seem that they have money. If you look them up, they worth 2 million. They don't have 2 million. They may be worth it based on asset, but they not worth 2 million. And they may be worth it based on asset or based on a policy. They don't have that. You seen Kevin McCall just came out, said he live off EBT. At least for the next day, he's gonna be on EBT. It's gonna be over. So at the end of the day, again, great music could be found anywhere. And most people, when they find it, they mess with it regardless if the person is super duper famous or not. So I love that aspect of this music era. So, but yeah, I don't think this is a big deal at all. All right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. Question, NBA question, y'all. Is Victor Wembanyama the best NBA player in the league right now, his third year into the league? Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Is Victor Wembanyama the best NBA player in the league right now, and he's only in his third year? Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Me and some of my boys had a rivetive, I probably messed that word, a spirited argument about this yesterday, conversation about this yesterday. So I had to ask the chat. I felt one way, my friends felt another way, one of my other bros felt another way. Is Victor Wembanyama the best NBA player in the league right now, 3 years into the league? Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Shout out to Ebony. How tall is he? My goodness. Yeah, Victor Wembanyama is probably 7'5". 7'5". It's a tall dude. They say he grew 2 inches over the summer. Pause. They say he's a full 7'5". He's only like 21, maybe. He's like 20, 21. But let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Me personally, based on what I seen, man, and this was a part of my argument. If I was an owner in the league and they had, if we had an NBA draft, meaning that we could take any player and put them on any team, who's the first player I'm taking out the draft or on any team? I'm taking Victor Wembanyama. I'm taking him. What I've seen in his third year so far, mind you, it's only been 5 games. It's a sample size of what I believe the next 5 years is going to look like. The next 5 years is going to be scary hours. It's going to get nasty in the league. He's not just tall. He just didn't come into the league as a great defender. He's an outstanding defender. But in the offseason, he worked on his offensive game. And mind you, he had offensive game last year. It's just the team didn't play through him. This year, he went to different camps. He studied under Hakeem Olajuwon, low post move packages. And you can see it. The footwork is crazy. Then with KG, with the intensity and attention to defense and spacing, you could clearly see Jamal Crawford all over Wemby. Twain, step back, the ball to the, like all that. Like it just looks different. And I've never seen a 7'5" player doing it in this way. And he's showing handle control. It's going to be scary hours at least for the next 5 years. Barring injury, hoping that he doesn't get injured. He put on 20 pounds this year, or 20 pounds of muscle. I believe if he continues to work out and tone up, the next 5 years is going to be scary. So in my opinion, Victor Wembanyama is the best NBA player in the league. In my opinion, he's the best defender in the league, hands down. The best. If I put his defense on a scale of 1 to 10, he's a 10. If I put his offense on a scale of 1 to 10, I'ma say 9. And I'm only going to give him a 9 because it's only been 5 games. He's going to drop at least 25 to 28 points a game. Can't stop him. On no level of the court. If you are big for real, he could shoot threes. He could shoot the deep jump shots. If you are big that don't have much body size, he could just outquick you. He could shoot anywhere on the court. He's 7'5". His high release point is probably like a 10 feet 5 or 11 feet. Like, it's something crazy. He's shooting down at the rim when he jumps. That's crazy. So in my opinion, I'm giving Victor Wembanyama the best basketball player in the league right now. That's one. No, he's not. But he might be one of them, or just the NBA. Shout out to Julio. Appreciate you for tapping and hit them likes, hit the 100s. Julio, yep, he is. Appreciate that. No, he's not. He got the room for the. Appreciate that. But at the end of the day, I think he's going to be the best. I think he is the best player in the NBA right now, and in 5 years, it's going to be even scarier. It's going to be even scarier. Shout out to Patrick Torres. Imagine him with that Kareem skyhook. I was thinking about that the other day. I said the same thing, Patrick. I said the same thing. Dude is unguardable. He's unguardable. His footwork is through the roof. Handle through the roof. For a 7'5" guy, it's crazy. Ashley, I believe you got more knowledge than me when it comes to sports. Yeah, I mean, so, I appreciate that. I take the compliment. It's all good. But again, I'm telling you, because what I love about this year in the NBA that I hated in the past years, I'm seeing new energy in the league. All the new young guys I won't say all, but a lot of the new young guys, they're playing like they're veteran, like they're playing for real, like they trying to get mama out the trenches. They playing hard. Like all the young guys, they like, this is our lead. Like LeBron looks old. I love Steph Curry, but he looks old. Kevin Durant, he looks old. Again, these are still great players. These are legendary players. These guys are first ballot Hall of Famers that I'm saying. But they feel old. If you notice, a lot of teams is going to that young energy. If you look at Philly with VJ Hedgecomb, Maxey and VJ Hedgecomb, I'm sorry to say, but Embiid, your time is ticking, bro. If I'm Philly, I got Maxey, I got VJ. We need a third piece that's that young energy. It's time to get busy, baby. So I'm as great as Embiid is, he looks like a shell of himself. He looks old. And Wemby is head and shoulders above everybody in the new class. Head and shoulders. I seen Wemby get a rebound and a defender like try to rip him. It was a guard. Put it between his legs, put it behind his back, shook him a little bit, little hezzy, and then out past the ball. The coach looked at him. He looked at the coach. The coach looked at him. He looked at the coach. He looked at the coach again and was like, "Fuck you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I can't do nothing with this. You come out here and guard him. You come out here and guard 7'5". You come out here and guard 7'5" with a handle and can shoot anywhere on the court. You come out here and guard this coach. You looking at me like I'm bugging." The move he put on Anthony Davis under the rim, Anthony Davis looked at his teammates like, "Yo, do you want to guard him? Like, we could switch." Fuck. So if he's doing it to and again, Anthony Davis is known to be a defensive nightmare for most players. That's what Anthony Davis does. He's a nightmare as a big. It's scary hours from here on out. Scary hours. Next 5 years is scary hours. And I believe he's the best NBA player in the league right now. Let me check out some more of these comments. Shout out to New in the building. Appreciate you. Hit them likes, hit the 100s. You're right, but they are legends. Hard to beat. Yeah, they are legends, but they getting old. Even the great Michael Jordan, when he was with Washington, even though he averaged 25 points a game, he still look old. He still look old. Father Time is undefeated. We just talked about earlier about how scientists found, what they found. They found, I spoke about it earlier in the chat. They developed a drug that could extend the human life 250 years, right? And we was like, yo, at age 190, what the hell you gonna be doing with yourself? Why would anybody want to live to 250? These dudes look old right now. It's time. Father Time is calling. It's calling them home. It's all good. It's all good. We still have to come for the next youth. Austin Reeves just had a game. I seen him put up that 50 ball the other day. Reeves had 25 points. No, thank you. I would be tiny and in the field. Oh my God. And we said the same thing earlier. Like, what we gonna do at 250 years old? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still trying to smash out. I can't smash out. I ain't trying to live no more. Like, yo, call me home. It's time to go. I'm still trying to smash out. I can't smash out no more. It's time to go. I'm saying. I'm a dude. Call me home. Y'all laughing at me in the chat. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. A Texas prison guard is arrested for smuggling chicken wings for prisoners in exchange for cash. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Again, a Texas prison guard is arrested after smuggling chicken wings in the prison for prisoners in exchange for cash. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Yo, y'all laughing at me in the chat, yo. I'm saying, like, for real, like, forget 250. If you like 110, like, what club do you go to get buns nuns? Do you still get, like, stimulated? I'm saying, I don't want to be the old creep just looking like, damn, I remember back in my day. Call me home. It's cool. Call me home. If you can't smash out, what's the point? You feel me? What the helly? Laughing my ass off. Yeah, nah, I'm dead serious. But let me know again what y'all think about that in the chat. Texas guard arrested for smuggling chicken wings for prisoners in exchange for cash. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Don't forget that the likes hit the 100s. It does help with the growth of the show. And shout out to the chat. Y'all been super dope, super engaging. Continue. I feel the love, man. All right, so me personally, I think this guy's a moron. most prison guards, I would say, make, depending on the location, but their salaries are competitive to the market that they live in. So if they live in a low income type of area, they make enough money where they will be considered comfortable in the area that they live in. It's competitive in every area that they live in. If they live in an area like New York and California, they have very competitive salaries. Salaries that your bills are going to get paid. You're going to be able to go on a paid vacation. You're going to be able to do things and buy things and be comfortable. So the fact that he would risk that to make, like, what type of money that he's making that is worth for him smuggling chicken wings into the prison for cash? What type of money is he making? Like, what type of risk is that? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. He did all that, and they don't say how much he was making, right? But, like, real talk, unless he's not making I would say $2,000 a week, an extra $2,000 a week, it wouldn't make sense at all. Even $2,000 a week after having a competitive salary still don't make any sense. It still don't make any sense. Anybody that thinks with the left side of their brain, that's a no. And it probably started because he was probably in the jail eating his wings, walking the yard, and somebody's like, yo, bro, if you give me some wings, man, I'll pay you nice for them, bro. All right, cool, I got you, $100. Ain't enough money in the world that would jeopardize the next 20 to 30 years of your life, because that's the type of time that, what they, guys who work as prison guards work. They will work normally, I would say, 20 to 25 years. And because it's a high stress job, you get all types of benefits on top of that. You just sacrifice all of that for some damn wings. Like, if I'm anybody that knows him, if he was making anything less than $2,000 a week, I'm slapping the hell out of him when I see him. Slapping the hell out of him. Like, come on now. Shout out to Patrick Torres. Can a brother get some wings? For real, like, yo, because you can see it, right? Like, yo, that's because, mind you, jail is one of the funkiest places you could, like, it brings a new meaning of funk. That aroma is like goddamn on top of goddamn it. And to smell that aroma of chicken wings hit you like, okay. But again, you're the prison guard. You're in position in your life. You're comfortable, and you jeopardize that for that. So now he's in jail, sharing his wings or whatever that they in, butter on butter sandwiches, because there's not peanut butter and jelly. It's butter on butter sandwiches. Still butter on top of that. Don't ask me how I know. I had a pass. Chicken is cheap. It's absolutely insane. That's a fact, Balu. Spider Monkey, yeah, chicken is cheap. I'm left-handed, so I think a lot with my left side. No, an inmate snitched, but because he can't afford the wings. I could see that too. Somebody was snitching because they can't afford it. I could see that too. Like, yo, bruh, can I get a wing, bruh? Stop talking to me, man. Like, get out of here. Beat it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, cool. I'm about to drop dime. What do you say in Minister? No, not Minister Society. We say in Belly. I have to drop the dime on them. But it's absolutely, it's a stupid thing to go to prison for. This is stupid. You didn't rob no bank. You didn't do anything that was like really worthy of like going to prison. Going to prison for smuggling chicken wings is stupid. And if you got kids, how do you look your wife in the face or your girlfriend in the face? That's not even an intelligent conversation. Anything you say, just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. It's not an intelligent thing to go back and forth about. It's crazy. All right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. There's an article came out that says Instagram is paying $5,145 a month to scroll every day for 60 minutes on Instagram. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. I thought that was interesting. That Instagram is paying $5,145 a month to scroll every day for 60 minutes. I know people do that for free. I'm crying laughing. Malo, like, you get what I'm saying, Malo. That's why you laughing, right? Imagine your boyfriend, your husband, goes to prison. He's a prison guard. Not for doing something that's like you could kind of understand. Like, all right, you took a penitentiary chance. Not cool, but cool, right? For some damn wings. Like, that's not even respect. Like, I could see, how do you get conjugal visits, like, peacefully like that? Like, you can't get no buns nuns. Like, she ain't gonna want to give you no buns nuns. You know, like, that's stupid. That's stupid. But again, let me know what y'all think about this in the chat. Instagram is now paying $5,145 a month to scroll every day for 60 minutes. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Let me know. Scroll on Instagram. Explain that, please. I'm not on Instagram. That's what the article is saying. Just for scrolling on Instagram every day for 60 minutes, meaning going up and down, the timelines, because those going up and down the time, those are views and stuff like that. So I'm guessing they want people on there helping with the view count and things of that nature. So shout out to Love. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit the likes, hit them hearts. Appreciate you for tapping in. Helps with the growth of the show. Where can we apply for that job? They did not say it, but it's up on Instagram. I believe it's in, if you check the edit profile portion, there's a link, or what they call that, a link, or the side scroll part when you go into the your edit profile. They have the rest of that information there. Yeah, but of course they're not going to tell exactly where to go, because people will probably spam it, and that's probably why they didn't have the direct link. Spider Monkey, exactly. Let's do that. Some people already do that for free. That's what I'm saying. Like, people do that for free. People be on there longer than an hour. People, like, honestly, scrolling is very addictive. If you find at least 3 videos that you like in a row, you can look up and mess around and just spend like 10 to 15 minutes on any given platform, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, any of those. You could be on there for a minute, and they said they gonna pay people for that, and that's not bad. An extra $5,000 for doing something that you do already, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So yeah, I mean, shit, $5,000 a month. Most people rent is what, $2,000 a month, $2,500 a month. That's half your rent right there. If you got a car note, that's that another $700. You gotta eat. There's little other knick-knack. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice little not little. I want to say little, pause. Because $5,000 a month would equivalent to what throughout the year? A little over $76,000. Because you got $5,100, so it's $5,145. So that might be like $76,000. So that's not bad at all. Nice seeing y'all, but live. Got to go and work. Enjoy the live. Appreciate you, Malo. Appreciate you as always, Ashley. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Malo. Always a great time. Always a great time. I appreciate you. Big Bad Shoulder Malo in the building. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. NBA player Patrick Beverley says that he believes that the Las Vegas Aces can beat NBA bench players in the NBA. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Patrick Beverly said that he believes that the WNBA team, the Las Vegas Aces, can beat NBA bench players. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. These are going to be some funny answers on this. I'm looking forward to these answers. Me personally, I think Patrick Beverly, I think he's lost his mind. I really believe he lost his mind. Like, we had this conversation before. When are we going to stop comparing men to women and women to men in real competitive sports like basketball, like football? Compare them to each other. It's unfair. We just talked about Wemby being 7'5" and being able to do all that he can do. We have other players in the league who are short, who's about 6'1", 6'2", that could dribble, shoot, jump out the gym. They could do it all. And they're going to play somebody who is not as fast and not as strong, and they're going to lose? Yeah, Patrick Beverly is crazy. He's crazy. He's off his rocker on this one. Lost his rocker. I'm not saying that there's not good basketball players in the WNBA. They're great players in the NBA, but in the WNBA. But compare them to other WNBA players. It's not fair to them. Me personally, I don't think a WNBA team can beat a competitive high school basketball team, boys basketball team. I really believe that. The young guys are still stronger, faster, physically. It's not even fair to compete. So we need to stop the comparison, because at the end of the day, you're not going to see a WNBA team play against an NBA team just for the chuckles of it. You're not going to see that. They're not going to sign up for that. And then then the WNBA team is not going to play a college basketball team, a men's basketball team. They're not going to sign up for that. So why are we talking about these things in a space that it can happen, but they're going to choose not for it to happen? Because we know the outcome. And if the guys win, which they will, what do they get out of it? What will they get out of it? It's unfair to the ladies to compare them to each other. We've seen all the time where trans women, when they compete in women's sports, they dominate. It's not fair that a trans woman could go into a women's sport and ball out and dominate. They're physically more advanced. So if you struggle with a trans woman, what the hell you think you're gonna do with a dude? A full grown man, just because he come off the bench in the NBA. That makes no sense. That's too idiotic for somebody as smart as Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly is a smart dude. That's an idiotic statement, bro. That's idiotic. That's idiotic. I don't know if he was doing that to get on somebody's good side. He was trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I mean, I'm going to say this little PR thing and it's going to go over well. It's cool, bro. Just be honest. She's still going to give you some of that love. Just be honest. It's cool. I don't get the goal of him saying that. It just didn't make any sense. Knowing he knows better. No way women are beating men. They might be able to beat high school kids, but not grown men. Wait, aren't you an actor? Shout out to that black kid. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit them likes. Hit the 100s. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Yeah, so I'm with you, man. I'm with you in the chat, man. I'm with you, Patrick. That it's not even fair to compare these women to grown men. I wouldn't even compare them to college. College guys are strong, fast, and physical. They get up. To play college basketball, you have to be able to run at least about like 10 miles just off the Rippington. That's what you do first day. Whole lot of suicides till you throw up, till you get pushed to the limit. The kidney's going to shut down, bro. And then I'm going to also add high school guys. You can't tell me that a high-profile athlete in high school is not washed in the WNBA. Cooper Flag is 1 year removed from high school. Cayenne Anthony is already, he's at Syracuse. So you mean to tell me Cayenne Anthony wouldn't wash the WNBA players? Come on, like, let's be real. And Cayenne Anthony don't look tall. Cayenne Anthony's like 6'3". He doesn't look tall. The bigs in the WNBA is like 6'1", 6'2". They have a few girls that's like 6'6", 6'5", a few. So like we gotta stop comparing, like having this comparison. It's not flattering to them, and it just makes us look like assholes when we are honest. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I guess honesty is not high on most people things. Shout out to Rain in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hey, hope you're having a great day. I am new to the live. I would like to get a better idea of your morals. Could you please provide your profession, body count, your religion? Thank you very much. Mine is unemployed and Christian. I appreciate you for tapping in. Hit them likes. Hit the 100s. If it's your first time tapping in, it's the Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. And I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. And you could kind of tell what my morality is through my answers and everything like that. So just tune in, check, just have a good time. And everything will reveal itself. So appreciate you for tapping and hit them likes again. Hit the 100s. It helps with the growth of the show. Okay, I hit the like. Appreciate that. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. GTA 6 has officially made its announcement. It will be dropping May 26, 2026. We're looking at 30 weeks from now where GTA 6 is officially going to drop. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat right now. Right, what is your answer? Yeah, everything will reveal itself, okay? But yes, GTA 6 will be releasing in 30 weeks. And it'll be dropping May 26, 2026. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chats. Me personally, what's the theme for GTA 6? They did not say. Like, I've never seen them go through this much trouble to keep so much away from the people. But I think at this point in time, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm so fiended out to play GTA 6. And I just got GTA 5 probably about 2 years ago. Because I just got the PlayStation 5 because college football came out. I'm a big college football, video game player. So because PS5 didn't have it, I was not going to purchase a PS5. So when they finally dropped it, I purchased a PS5 and I played GTA 5. I'm like, yo, I see why everybody was so excited, why they were so amped up. At this point, and as great as GTA 5 is, I know 6 is going to be through the roof. I know 6 is going to be through the roof. They took this long to cook. Rockstar, the software, this is going to be through the roof. But I am mad. They did not say what the theme would be from what I've seen. They didn't show me that at all. Understood. I'm going to show that you respect me enough, bro. Dignity and response. I'm going to go. Appreciate you, Rain, man. Appreciate you, Rain. Yeah, I don't know if you was expecting me to stop the show to tell you about myself or things of that nature. That's not how this goes. But I appreciate you for tapping in. I appreciate you hitting that like button. We run a format through this show, and if you don't see my personality through the show, I don't, so again, I appreciate you though. About damn time, Ebony, she said about damn time. Now that's a fact. I only played the original. Those games are fire. That's a fact. I'm a very big fan of San Andreas. I love San Andreas. That's what part of the reason why I wasn't in the rush to get the PS5, because they didn't have my San Andreas and they didn't have college football. But my boy kept telling me, like, yo, GTA 5 is better than San Andreas. And then when I bought it, I was like, yeah, now I see why. But I can't wait. I can't wait for 6 to come out. I can't wait for 6 to come out. But all right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. No, I didn't expect you to stop the show. I just expected basic human decency. Okay, well, I'm showing you respect, my brother. I'm sure if you don't feel that it was reciprocated, I'm sorry you took it that way. Enjoy the rest of your night. Appreciate you for tapping in. All right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. College football picks is in. NFL picks is in. My pick six is in for this episode. Last week, my picks went 5-1 for both college and in the NFL. And if you're trying to win you some money on parlays, money line, or you're just looking for a little action to bet, I got some good picks, man. So check this out. So my pick six college football, the first game I'm calling number 9 Vandy going to number 20 Texas. This is going to be a great game, a really great game. I'm still not all in on Vandy. They have a good team and a very good defense. But I just don't think they could beat Texas. Texas is on the up climb. They struggled throughout the year, but they got this game at home. I don't see Vandy going on the road and beating Texas at Texas. So I got Texas winning this game. I think we're gonna see Texas really do their thing. I really believe that, even though Arch Manning did come out the game last week. But I believe they have enough athletes to win this game. This is the type of game that would put them back on track, regardless on who plays quarterback. Next game I'm calling Penn State versus Ohio State. I believe Ohio State is either 2 or 1, if I'm not mistaken. I got Ohio State winning this game, flat out. Penn State has not looked great. They were supposed to be a national championship caliber team. And somewhere in the middle of the season, they hit the wall, and they haven't looked right ever since. Even if Penn State was still undefeated, I still would take Ohio State. Penn State never plays great football against Ohio State, never, especially at Ohio State. Only us as Michigan men do that. But I got Ohio State beating Penn State. Next game I'm calling, number 13 Texas Tech is going to Kansas State. I got Texas Tech winning this game. I think Texas Tech is just flat out the better team in every single level. I think Kansas State will try to make this a game, but Texas Tech is going to be too much for them. Next game I'm calling number 17 Cincinnati versus 24 Utah. Utah looked very dominant last week against Colorado. They look very dominant, but they're not playing Colorado this week. Cincinnati defense is solid. Their offense is solid. They got to play both sides of the ball. Utah last week, their quarterback play was very shaky. The kid could run. The kid that was the backup, he can run. But if you force him to throw from the pocket, he will throw picks. He will get frantic. So I have 17 Cincinnati winning this game. Next game, number 15, Virginia versus California. Everything inside of me is going with Virginia. Virginia should win this game flat out. It should be a blowout. But California is a hard win at California. They have a really good quarterback, and people are going to be talking about that quarterback going into next season. He's really good. He's still developing, but he's really, really good. And this is the type of game that I think California would win in an upset against Virginia. So I got California to win. And my last, my pick six game is number 18, Oklahoma going to number 14, Tennessee. I got Tennessee winning this game. This is going to be a good game. I believe it's going to be relatively low scoring. I think this is going to be, I would say 24-21, maybe 27-24 type of game. But I have Tennessee beating Oklahoma. And that's my pick six for college football for this week's college football. My pick six for the NFL. My pick six for the NFL again. My picks last week went 5-1. Went 5-1, and then again, y'all don't forget that them likes hit the 100s. So the first game I'm calling Ravens versus the Dolphins. Ravens versus the Dolphins. This is going to be an interesting game. The Ravens are going to have Lamar this week, and they don't have any more room to lose, for real. But this is the type of game the Dolphins will win. The Dolphins, I don't know what it is about the Dolphins. They win the most improbable games, and you would never think, like, there's no way they win in this game. I think they're going to win this game. with Lamar, his first game back, I don't think it's going to be smooth. I think he's going to look better the next game. But this game is going to be kind of rocky, and I have the Dolphins upsetting the Ravens for this week. Next game I'm calling Chargers versus the Titans. I got the Chargers winning this game. If the Chargers lose to the damn Titans, they're not going to the playoffs. They're pretenders. They're pretenders if they lose this game. The Titans have been god awful. God awful. There's no way the Chargers don't win this game. And if they lose, I'm out. I'm out of the Chargers game forever. Moving on to our next game, Vikings versus the Lions. I have the Lions winning this game. The Lions just the better team. They just the better team right now. Flat out. I don't have to go too further into that. Next game I'm calling Falcons versus the Patriots. This is going to be a really good game. This game could go either way. But I'm going with the Patriots. The Patriots look really good. And the Falcons is such a Jekyll and Hyde team. One week they look amazing. The next week they look like shit. So this week I'm going with the Patriots. I think the Patriots overall just have a more disciplined team, better coaching. And I'm going with the Patriots winning at home. Next game I'm calling Saints versus the Rams. I got the Rams winning this game. The Saints, I think, is going to play their hardest. I don't think they're easy out. But this game will be decided somewhere in the fourth quarter. But I think the Rams will pull this game out and win. Last game I'm calling Jaguars versus the Raiders. I should go with the Raiders for the upset. This is the kind of game the Raiders would upset. But I have to go with the Jaguars. If the Jaguars have any playoff aspirations, they have to win this game. And I'm going with the Jaguars to win this game. So I have the Jaguars beating the Raiders. I have the Rams beating the Saints, the Patriots beating the Falcons, Lions beating the, Patriots beating the Falcons, Lions beating the Vikings, Chargers beating the Titans, and Dolphins beating the Ravens. I said Patriots beating the Falcons, right? Yeah, Patriots beating the Falcons. So that is my pick 6 for the NFL this week. And again, if you're looking for a parlay, money line, or if you're looking for some action, I got some great picks for my pick 6. All right, y'all, moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment. Hold on, before I go there, Oklahoma lost against Ole Miss last week. You think they will lose 2 in a row? I do. If Oklahoma had Tennessee at home, then I don't think they will lose 2 in a row. But I think they do lose 2. I don't think people are familiar with Tennessee this year. Tennessee is a really good team. They're really good. And to beat Tennessee in Tennessee, in Knoxville, that's tough. That's tough. I've seen Bama beat them at home, but that's Bama. I don't have Bama and Oklahoma on the same level at all. At all. I said it earlier this year. Oklahoma beat Michigan. They beat my team. But they really beat us because we didn't have any receivers for real. We don't got no receivers for real. We got guys developing into, being good receivers. We got developmental guys that receive. We just had the running game. And even with us having the running game, Oklahoma didn't stop Michigan from running. So based on seeing that, I said, well, Oklahoma, they have a good team. They're going to win a lot of games, but they're going to get beat. And I said that, and they did. So they're a good team. I think they're going to fight for it. I think, like I said, this game could still go either way. But I think Tennessee have a little bit more on the line, and I think they win this game at home. It's very hard to go into Tennessee and beat Tennessee. So in this matter, I do think they lose 2 in a row. All right, y'all. Like I said, moving on to our next segment, I'll Keep the Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live for this episode is this. How can we get men and women on the same accord moving forward? Because I'm seeing more and more single women speaking out on what married women should do. There's a woman that went viral that said that she's a single woman, and she went viral for saying that married women limit themselves due to getting married. So they're trying to warn younger women from getting married. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Like I said, there's a single woman that went viral, and she's saying that married women are limited because they're married, and she's trying to warn the younger women not to get married. How can we get men and women on the same accord? Why is it so hard to understand? Men need women and women need men. Why is that a hard concept to swallow? Why is that such a damn hard thing for people to wrap around, that we need each other? We're not meant to live 250 years into oblivion, just taking up space. We have limited time on this earth. And by the time we figure it out, we halfway through this mug. Why not find somebody, a companion, somebody that you could build with, somebody that you could love on, and somebody that you could depend on, not just from obviously a financial space, but from a mental space. Because when you have a woman, and ladies, when you have a dude, speaking as a man, I want to be able to trust my woman with my heart, with my emotions. And a part of that is being consistent in your mindset. I don't need to know everything that you're thinking. I don't need to know that you're feeling this way and you're feeling this way, and you're using me as a dumpster. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here as a companion. I'm happy over here. I need you to be happy over there, and us together are supposed to be uncontrollable, combustion of happiness together. Why things have to be so damn difficult? Whereas if a man show interest, oh, don't you, girl, you better not go. He trying to marry you. He trying to lock you down. He trying to control you. Listen, at the end of the day, to be really protected in this world, you have to be under the protection. And a part of being under the protection is going through the protocol, being somebody's woman. Some men don't require marriage, but they require a level of consistency that we should automatically get for making somebody either our woman or our wife. Loyalty and obviously being faithful, that's a given. That shouldn't even be spoke about. That's a given. But do you understand how hard it is for a man to like really break down or give himself to a woman? Now, I don't even want to say break down, because we not break down type of people. We naturally hold it in, because in most guys' past, when we gave our heart to somebody, they used it against us. They're like, oh, you wasn't saying that when you was, having your emotional moment. We want to be able to trust our heart in the hands of our woman. But understand, we need y'all. So why continue to make things more complicated to make it seem like, oh, well, ladies are limited if they get married, knowing damn well that's not the truth. Knowing that the whole world opens up to a married woman. The world looks at married women different from single women. It just seems like single women who speak like this is trying to bring more misery over to that side. Like, yo, we all miserable. Ain't you happy, girl? And she probably not happy. She's like, yo, I was happy getting dugged out every night to my man that protect me, love me, and was honest with me and held me accountable. I was happy over there. So men, we need to see that. We need to see that consistency where we could build a life with you and not have to worry about, yeah, you gave me the sun, but you didn't give me the moon. How are we going to get to that moon? Yeah, when you met me, I was nowhere near the sun, but you gave me the sun over and over and over again. Now what you got? So again, ladies, don't let these women online Especially these single women that never had a positive relationship in their life, probably don't even have a relationship with their father, probably don't even have a relationship with a man that could tell them anything, that also provide provision and protection for them. Don't listen to these women. If you look in their background, they don't have nobody that would protect them for real. They laid and sprayed. What that means is somebody would lay them, spray them, and thank you. They're not even protected. Misery love company. Men, we need women. We need y'all. We need y'all. So it doesn't benefit all this fake tug of war, fake man versus women. Well, we need y'all. We need each other. We need each other. So why does men, we understand that, and some of y'all ladies don't? That's my Keep the Lie Alive for this episode. I appreciate y'all for tuning and tapping in. It's been another fire episode, episode 11207. So again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. What's this guy on Disney? Okay, shout out to Rap Junkie. Appreciate you. Hit them likes, hit them 100s. Those single women who think that way are just haters and will end up alone and miserable. That's a fact. Shout out to Patrick. Misery Love Company. Now that's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And we see this all the time. We see this all the time. I seen I seen this one girl was like, when a guy is is on the down low is when he like girls with short hair. No, a guy can't like a woman with natural hair, with natural low hair. That's bugged out to me. Me personally, I like a natural woman, whether she has long hair or short hair. If she fine, she fine. Some women could actually rock the baldy, and it looks amazing on them because they got the head for it. But every woman don't got that beam. Every woman don't got that beam. She don't got that type of head to pull that off. So now that men that like women with short hair or accept a woman with short hair, oh, that's down low. But if he like you and you wear makeup, a heavy makeup, eyeliner, lipstick, or all the things that deters from the original you, that don't make him down low. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. But you built like a linebacker. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's just weird. So again, at the end of the day, ladies, don't let other women get you off your square. Seriously, especially if you got somebody good at home, especially if you're looking to build and looking for the right person. Don't let misery keep you back. Shout out to Steelo in the building. Hit them likes, hit the 100s. It helps with the growth of the show. See you Sunday. You already know Patrick, man. You already know. Shout out to Steelo. Shout out to Steelo. Hit them likes, hit them 100s. 26 makes no sense. That's a fact, bro. The logic is crazy. The logic is crazy. So we need each other. Men need women and women need us. All right, y'all. Yo, that's been an episode. I appreciate y'all for tuning and tapping in. Y'all know I'm on every Wednesday and every Sunday. Every Wednesday and every Sunday at 10:30 p.m. This has been episode 207. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild, the Can the Brothas Get a Rap podcast. I want to thank the presenting sponsor of this podcast, which is Button Snaps, where you get the finest of movies, shows, documentaries, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's Button Snaps. That's the word button, hyphenated sign, and the word snaps.com. Again, that's the word button, hyphenated sign, and the word snaps.com. Also want to thank OUV Records, other sponsors of the show. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me up on my Instagram at Ashley Lovechild. Also, I want to shout out y'all again for supporting the music. For supporting the music. If you haven't yet, just type in Ashley Lovechild on any music platform and my music will pop up. So again, thank y'all for supporting the music as well. Also, the Overstand podcast will be back on this channel, so make sure y'all be on the lookout for that as well. And again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I feel like I'm missing one more thing. Also, we on the road to 20,000 subs. We a little over 11, so continue to like, subscribe, share, hit that all notification bell. You just never know when I pop up, and I do pop up throughout the week. So also check out the membership portion of the page. Different memberships do gain different access. So take advantage of the packages, because we got some great packages for the members. So again, thank y'all for tuning and tapping in. Again, I'm Ashley Lovechild, and I'll see y'all this Sunday. And y'all already know, man. It's love, and I'm out.